What's up, guys? My name is Justin. Welcome back to the channel. Today we are back on Assetto Corsa for my Assetto Corsa Hot Lap Challenge thingy majigster. Same deal as usual. We're going to go Laguna and Monza. One out lap, one warm-up lap, one flying lap to put a lap in the chart books, and then we'll look back at kind of what the books look like and what the list looks like as far as lap times so far now that we're getting down to the nitty-gritty. So today, of course, we have a pretty special car to me. Those of you that know me, I grew up playing the Need for Speed games of the late 90s and early 2000s, a gift from a cousin of mine. And they kind of what got me hooked on racing and still provides some of the most vivid memories of loving cars and having dream cars as a young man, young boy, whatever you want to call it. It was 2002 or some shit. Anyways, I was like 5, 6, 7. But that was where my love of cars started. This car was featured in one of those games, Need for Speed Porsche Unleashed. Today we are obviously talking about the Porsche 935 78 Moby Dick car that looks really, really funky from the outside, but is essentially a modified Porsche with a lot of different inputs coming in from 911s and other cars, race cars, to make this beast of a car similar to this, the K version of this car. Won Le Mans in 1979, I want to say, with the Whittington brothers and Klaus Ludwig. Mostly because it was a rainy race and this car had windshield wipers. So, yeah, we're going to take it around Laguna. We're going to take it around Monza. We'll hop right into it. This car probably just has like vintage tires. I have no idea, but it's a good car. I enjoy this car. I don't know how accurate the description or depiction, I should say, on Need for Speed Porsche Unleashed was, but it was an enjoyable car nonetheless. Yeah, just the vintage tires. We're gonna make sure I don't know what we need here. Oh, turbo, sweet. It was at 90. We're gonna put it to 100 because that's what we do around here. There's basically no wing on the car, so whatever. We'll hop right into it, straightforward. Same deal as usual. I enjoy this car as far as looking at it. It's a cool looking car, and hopefully it drives pretty well. We'll see what we got for lap time. Of course, we are going to need a clutch in this car. Oh, jeez Louise. Okay. Doesn't quite handle the same as some of the cars I've been driving. Predictably, this car being like 45 years old. There we go. We'll get back in the rhythm. Definitely feel the turbo in the rear tires, and this car handles nothing like the two modern cars I drove in the most recent ones. Alright, well, I'm going to have to retrain myself how to drive this car here on this warm-up lap. Out lap, warm-up lap. So this is going to be nowhere near the top of the time charts, but that's to be expected. There's the turbo coming in. Great car to drive. We'll see how it does on lap time compared to some older stuff as well. But this is more of a fun car. This is not going to be a competitive top of the chart lap time or anything. So the first gear here for corkscrew. Oh, big snap there on power. Oh, this is a fun car. I already tell you that. It might not be fast to slide around like this, but it's fun. What you get up in that turbo range. Alright, here we go. Start the warm-up. I'll be in the fourth gear here. There we go. That punted those cones all the way down into the sand trap at turn 1, which is wild. Oh, we made it through turn 1 somehow. To be a little more careful through there next time. Super fun car. Again, not the fastest car, but that's not the point, who cares? Alright. There we go. Big oversteer through the kink. Rahal straight. Oh man. Big oversteer over the crest. Just gotta keep it in line. again, the lap time for this is almost kind of a moot point. It doesn't really matter. It's the car that I'm driving for fun to showcase a classic Porsche, not because I think this is going to match any certain lap time or be blistering fast. It's just interesting to see how this car stacks up. At the end of the day, it is still a race car, even though it's going to be much, much slower than a modern race car. So here we go. Time to start the flyer. Hold your breath, again, as usual. See if I can get through turn one without dying. Lift over the crest. Big slide, just about got it done. Used both arms and all three of my feet there to get it stopped. The thing on turbo pressure is just insane. I can't believe this was set up default to 90. They must just be bonkers back in the day to drive this thing in Q trim. There we go. Big old slide. Sounds great under the bridge there. Overdrove just slightly. Big slide into the kink. Big slide out of the kink. Big slide everywhere because that's what this car does. Same big slide there. Little slightly more controlled to where I was trying to point it. Probably way too brave of me there at high RPM to go over that crest, but it's fine. Made it. Second gear, second to last corner. Big slide. Two downshifts, final corner, overdrove it, locked the rear wheel slightly. 130.72 to beat. We'll see how this lap stacks up. It is a 29.86, not too shabby for this car. Fun car to drive. I think that Ascari is going to be absolutely terrifying in this thing. I think that's a fair assessment here. Wow. Okay, so 129.86 will slot us actually right behind the Praga R1 and right in front of the Lotus 49. So that's going to put us, 6, 9, 12, 16th on the list right now. Porsche. If I could spell again, 935 Moby Dick. 1 minute 29.860. Right ahead, Lotus 49, which is at 130.320 or 329, excuse me. So just about a half a second, about 7/10 faster than the 917K, which came from a little bit earlier era, but a similar era to this car, which is interesting to me. Yeah, I don't know if the lap times of this car are going to be representative or really make a difference to how I feel about it, but it's still an interesting car to go out and drive, and definitely a fun experience, a car that I've always kind of looked at and idolized, even if it's not the best racing car in a modern standard. So I don't know exactly what to expect around here. I don't know how Monza is going to go. I feel like it's one of those tracks where, the straight line speed is going to be good, not great. Braking is going to be okay, not good. Steering is going to be okay, not good. And I basically just got to not die through Ascari, I think. So that's going to be the move. We'll go in again. We'll strap the full turbo on it because that's what we do here. What's the lowest turbo you can go? Could you go like 0 turbo? That defeats the point. We're not going to do that. That'd be dumb. But you could, I guess, if that was something that you just wanted to make laps or something, you could. So we're going to put it on 100. That's what we do here. Out of the pits at Monza. See that turbo kick in. All right. Go. Super slow through first chicane. Probably gonna need first gear through all these corners or all the chicanes, both chicanes, whatever. We'll see. Not sure if I'll be flat through here or not. I would assume not. Maybe with an early upshift. Oh yeah, I could brake earlier and use first gear through here. Alright, we're going to have to hunker down for this one. Alright. fourth, top of fourth. Oh man, okay. So yep, we're just gonna have to survive through Ascari, I think. Not gonna learn a whole lot down here. We're not really in position to have a full run at parabolic for the first time. Breaking 150 as usual. Appears to be way too deep. Lovely, so all the recommended brake zones that I kind of used there on the outlap are not long enough. I'm terrified for turn one. Here we go. 160 at the line. No fifth gear. I went for fifth, and there isn't one. Braked at about 225. That actually worked okay. Not great, but okay. Go. We're up to over 190 there for turn one, which is pretty nuts. Oh man. There we go. Good enough. Big slide through Lesmo 1. Turned in nicely. There we go. Okay. Try it again from 200. Again, not early enough. Not great. So now we may be able to get a representative run down to Parabolica if I don't die. Oh, I'm so scared to do that on this next lap. I'm so terrified. That is not going to be a fun, predictable thing. 200 meters. That was okay. Still a little bit deep, but good enough. Alright, we'll just walk the thing out here. Big slide. All the curving. Oh man, here we go. 150.94. I know I can run faster than that, but just gotta not die. That's the point. 195. That's crazy. A little bit sloppy through there. It was a little bit deep. Didn't quite get the line right for the exit. Hopefully it doesn't hurt us too bad. There we go. All right. There we go. Just about got turned in. Slide through there. Lesmo's up next. On the grass just a little bit from the curve. Turn in early, second gear. Big slide on exit again. A little bit more controlled that time. Same thing for Lesmo 2 here. Turn in nice and early. Let the back end come around on power. Keep that turbo boost up. Not the cleanest shift right there, but we made it. We're going to brake super early here because otherwise we are going to die. Oh, we're still in there deep. Unbelievable. Big slide all the way through. All the opposite block trying to save it. With an upshift in there. That's crazy. Just about make it. Oh, just about get stopped. Maybe not quite. Good enough. Big slide. Upshift to third. Another big slide. Had to lift actually to catch that one. We were gonna spin out there if I didn't lift. To the line. 50.4. We found about 4.5, 5 tenths. Alright, well I thought this would be a pretty crazy lap, and it was. Ascari was the big talking point. That was terrible on all 3 laps, honestly. But whew, that's one of those that takes your breath away. Not quite the same as the 98T or some of the other crazy stuff, the Sauber C9. But crazy nonetheless. Slot in right between the McLaren F1 GTR and the Lotus 72. Puts us down in 12th on the board. Porsche 935 Moby Dick. 1 minute 50.496. Just 300ths behind the McLaren F1 GTR. That was a 466 and just about a half a second ahead of the lowest 72. That was at 150.981. So we'll do a quick rundown of where we are here for the couple of lap timer charts. Let's see, Ferrari F2004, 105.2, followed by the classic lowest 98T, 115.125. No, wait, I misdid that at first. I'm sorry. The Porsche 919 from last time out is actually ahead of lowest 98T. I don't know how I messed that up, but I need to change that. Hold on. Porsche 919 2016, 1 minute 13.475. I apologize. It's a mistake by me. I put it down as third. It's actually ahead of lowest 98T. So the Porsche 919 2016 is actually in second place. Then comes the lowest 98T. Then the Audi R18 e-tron in fourth place. Sauber C9 in fifth at 122 dead. Mazda 87C comes after that. Ferrari 312T. Ferrari, I'm going to do it again. Jeez. Porsche 911 RSR. Corvette C7R, similar car there. Porsche 917-30, 599 Evo. McLaren P1 Low 72, F1 GTR, Praga R1. Today's Porsche 935 Moby Dick, Lotus 49, Porsche 917K, Lamborghini Sesto Elemento, Porsche 911 Turbo S, Corvette C7 Stingray, Alfa Romeo 4C, BMW M4, E92 M3, Alpha 33 Stradale, BMW E30 M3, and finally the Abarth 500 SS rounds out the Laguna sheet. If we click over to Monza, again, I did the same thing. The Porsche 919 was faster than the Lotus, but I put it down after. I don't know why I did that. That is dumb, to say the least. It was only a half a second faster, a little bit more than the Lotus, but it was indeed faster. So I don't know why. I don't know why that happened. I don't know what was going on. It's been that kind of week. I'm just looking while I'm sorting this out here. We did actually gain a little bit in each of these sectors. Not a perfect lap from either of them, but good enough. Anyway, so the Monza lap time sheet now. Ferrari F2004 on top, 126.958, followed by the Porsche 919 2016, I promise. Second place there, 135.554. Classic Lotus 98T, 136.207, third place. Followed by the Audi R18 e-tron, Sauber C9 in fifth place. Porsche 917-30. Mazda 787B, McLaren P1, Ferrari 599XX Evo, Ferrari 312T struggled a little bit around there more than it did at Laguna. McLaren F1 GTR stronger than it was at Laguna comparatively. Today's Porsche 935 Moby Dick at 150.496. Lotus 72, Porsche 911 RSR again just ahead of the Corvette C7R. Lotus 49, Porsche 917K, Lamborghini Sesto Elemento, Praga R1, Porsche 911 Turbo S, Corvette C7, BMW M4 Alpha 33 Stradale, E92 BMW M3 Alfa Romeo 4C, E30 BMW M3, and finally the Abarth 500 SS rounds out the Monza lap time. So that's where we're at here so far. It's a nice little update. And that's going to be all for today. So thanks for stopping by. Make sure you drop a like and a sub down below. Don't want you to miss any of the action from Assetto Corsa, F122, iRacing, or anything else I may post. So that's going to be all for today. Until next time, bye.